I lived in Silver Spring for a few years, but Gaithersburg is where I lived the longest. If we talk about like where I'm from, I'll always say I'm from Carroll County. It's a very like rural area. Not a whole lot going on out there. I mean, like, there's no buses. Like, you can't take a bus to go anywhere. So, like, if you don't drive, which is pretty much what it is, like, you have to have a license, or else pretty much you can't go anywhere. And there's cows and farms and, you know, agriculture, a lot of, like, a lot of Caucasians, you know, not a lot of, like, multicultural things going on out there, yeah.
DMV represent a born winner, you ain't never hold it down. Real talk, I done been around. Got a movement called a new sound. Show love for my hometown. I'm just trying to show everybody to be more like the Carroll County, man, the whole world about to know about. I be out in the backwoods, but I'm still in the same hood. Stay down, stay down, stay down.
I actually first started like drawing. I was like really big into like physically sketching and doing that type of stuff for a long time. I even started like a clothing company for a while called Straight Paint. And I did everything by hand. And then, I don't know, kind of when I moved out to Carroll County, that's why more so it's like, I have such a big like, soft spot for that place, because like that's where the whole music thing kind of arose. I want to say 2006, that's when I first moved to the county, and that's when it happened, is when I changed schools. Halfway through my high school career is when I moved to Carroll County, and that's when the whole rap thing just started going. It was literally in Carroll County. I didn't do any rapping prior to me moving out there. The rap thing just kind of happened. A guy asked me to hop on a song, and I did. It was my first like song I ever tried rapping, any first time behind a mic, and kind of like got a lot of buzz at the school. People were like, oh, who's that kid, who's that kid? And I guess because people wanted to hear more, it made me be like, okay, well maybe I should record something else. Then I kind of fell in love with the process of like making music. Like, I don't know, something about like when you start with nothing besides the instrumental and you can just like paint a vivid picture or make a song from scratch. Like, there's nothing better than when it's done and like recorded and you play it back and you hear like how the vision started and what it actually sounds like. And you know, obviously that's not always how it goes, but like that's what I fell in love with. Was like, wow, like I wrote this down and I rapped it for so long, and I finally got in the studio and like rapped it and it came out how I wanted, and you just piece things together. It's just like a beautiful process.
Sick of you niggas, you pissing me off. They don't support me, I tell them get lost. We gotta make it no matter the cost. Yeah. I'm trying to be my own boss. I don't need no one involved. You see we on a winning streak. I ain't got time to be taking a loss. I'm all in, I'm invested. I ain't never second guessed this. I thought I told you we said though. I don't think they got the message. Got boss, got service. We don't want it, we deserve it. NSM, yeah, I rep that. Living life with a purpose.
I didn't really take it serious until I got a phone call and someone was like, hey, do you want to open up for Future and 2 Chainz? That's when I was like, whoa, like, you know, you know what I mean? This is pretty serious. So after that, that's when I kind of like started taking it more serious. And after that show is actually when I like created my first project, like solo project. That was probably when it got serious. It was probably 2012. It's probably when I started taking more serious, and I released my first mixtape then in that year, and that started doing pretty well. So I was like, all right, well, I think this is what I want to do in life.
Who that in the web? Yeah, you know it's me. You can't stop my shine. I'm just doing me, yeah. I'ma take a pic for them all to see. Catch me on the scene, looking super clean.
I came out with a song, it's called Fucking With a Winner. I was like sending it around, you know, just trying to get like feedback and see if anyone really liked the song. And somehow, an artist rep from DTP, Ludacris's label, like heard my song somehow. And he listened to my single and he was like, this is it. He was like, this is a hit. He's like, this is it right here. And he was like, you need to know that this song could take you to the next level. And that's when I was like, oh, like, this is like for real. Like, this is probably something I can do and actually make money off of. That was off my first project. So I was like, wow, like, you know, I'm early into this. I got people telling me that, you know, this is good. So yeah, I think I could probably do this like full time. And I loved making music at the time. So I was like, this is all just clicking. Everything was just kind of falling in line and kind of gave me like the extra oomph to be like, yo, you should probably like take this serious and kind of like try to do something further with it.
Hands up like this. Come on. I said you fucking with a winner. I said you fucking with a winner. I said you fucking with a winner. I said you fucking with a winner.
I just think there's like a big stereotype in like you have to be from like a major city, or if you're not from a major city, you have to rep a major city. Like the closest major city to me is Baltimore right now, and that's why I do a lot of shows out in Baltimore. But I don't know, man, Carroll County, it's just one of those small town, you know, type of things, and I feel like it's important for people to know, like, you can come from a small town, but like have big dreams and actually make the big dreams happen. It doesn't have to be DC, New York, LA, Atlanta, you know what I mean? Like the big places that everyone always comes from. There's 1,000 of them, but there's only but so many people that come from the small town. And I always think it's important for those kids in the small town to know, like, if that's something you aspire to do, whatever it is, if you want to go to the NBA, you can do it from wherever. So I always just try to make sure that people know I don't care that I'm not from a major city, and I want people to know that I don't care that I'm from a major city. So I just want people to know, like, it really just doesn't matter. If music is banging, it's banging. That's just what it is.
Okay, I gotta stay fresh when I'm leaving out the house. Grab my wallet and my key shades on, then I'm out. Last check